Hello everybody, this is Devin here with the Rogue Deck Chronicles podcast, and this week I am excited to show off probably the best rogue deck from Phantasmal Flames, and that is going to be Paldean Tauros. So Paldean Tauros is a basic fighting type 130 HP card that has an attack Raging Charge, so for a single fighting energy it does 40 times the number of Tauros Pokemon that have damage counters on it. So you're going to say, oh, that only caps at 160 because you can only have 4 Paldean Tauros in your deck. Well, that can actually go up to the max 240 because we can do the Cantonian Tauros as well. So as long as we have 2 Cantonian Tauros with the 4 Paldean Tauros, we'll have our full allotment of Tauros we need to do damage. So we do have a soft cap at 240, but that can be increased with modifiers. We are a fighting type, which means we have access to Premium Power Pro. So that 240 can turn into 270, 300, 330, along with Brave Bangle. We are a single prize or non-rule box Pokemon, so as long as we're attacking into our Pokemon's EX, we'll be able to do 30 more damage as well. So we definitely can take those one-shots on those Stage 1, those Stage 2 EX Pokemon, Mega and non-Mega, and really be able to punch above our weight class in our matchups versus the meta generally. On top of the fact, we are fighting type, like we mentioned. So we are hitting into Pheasantipity for weakness. We're hitting into Mega Kangaskhan for weakness. There are several Pokemon that are weak to fighting, so we're going to take advantage of that full end. Now, the ace spec of choice for this deck is Secret Box. So we discard 3 cards, but we can get item, a tool, a supporter, and a stadium. And that is important because there's really not much stadium search, and in order for us to get damage counters onto our Tauros, our main engine is going to be the Risky Ruins Stadium. So whenever any player puts a non-darkness Pokemon into play, put 2 damage counters onto that Pokemon. We're only 130 HP. We do not mind putting 2 damage counters on ourselves in order to accelerate our damage modifiers, because we are going to assume that our Pokemon is going to get knocked out turn over turn over turn. So with that being said, we have to rely on recovery cards. So we run 4 Night Stretcher. We won 1 Super Rod to be able to recover our energy in our Pokemon fairly easily. And with that, we're looking at 4 Fighting Gong to get our Pokemon and our energy into our hand, 4 Nest Ball to just get them into play. Risky Ruins allows us, as long as they get put onto the bench, that's how the damage triggers. It doesn't have to be from hand. Now, in terms of draw, as you see, we don't have Pheasantipity, we don't have Squawkabilly because they will take up bench spaces. So we are going to be running Lucky Helmet in the early game. So if they hit into us, we just get a +2 before our draw for a turn. And that is okay. Like, if they knock us out, we can at least get 2 free cards up. And then we do run 2 Air Balloon just in case a Tauros is stuck and we want to attack with a Paldean Tauros, we'll be able to switch off. Now, in terms of supporter lineup, we have a very interesting supporter line here. We do run 4 Arven and 4 Lillie and 2 Iono. That's pretty standard fare. We do run 3 Boss and 1 Counter Catcher as our Gusting. Counter Catcher, because we are single prize, there's a chance that we will be running a little behind in the early to mid game. And then obviously Boss, we can just pick a target off our opponent whenever we need. Now, the card that is interesting that a lot of people just haven't used is the Hassel card. Use this only when you're wanting Pokemon knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Single prize, non-rule box deck. That's going to happen fairly often. Look at the top 8 cards, put 3 of them into your hand, shuffle the other ones back into the deck. So it's pick 3, shuffle 5, shuffle deck. So that'll help if we get Iono, that'll help if we get any other kind of hand disruption. As long as we have the Hassel after a KO, we'll be able to take care of what we need. And to round everything off, we do run 7 basic fighting energy. 7 is more than enough with the Night Stretcher, Super Rod, Recycling. We're only really attacking with 4 of our 8 Pokemon. So that is the deck list. This is a list that was used in Japan. I did not create this all by myself. Now I've been working on this deck for weeks and kind of crafting it, but when I saw this list, I looked at it, I'm like, you know what, this does sound like it's covering all the bases. So this list will be in the description of the video. So let's go head over to the ladder and jump into some matches to see how we do. Alright, let's jump into this match here. We are going second. We're leading with a Tauros, and we have a Gong and a Nest Ball in hand, with a Stadium, with a helmet. This is going to be a fun little match here against Ethan's Typhlosion. So another single prize archetype that they have some 2-prize support that we can take advantage of here. But the biggest thing is that Pidgeot is effectively 310 HP, so we have to make sure that really, when we do go after the Pidgeot, we go after it at the right time. So, leading off with that Psyduck, putting down the Victini. Ooh, that is a beautiful start for us. So, let's get this up and running here. Let's get another Paldean Tauros. We have all Tauroses in the deck, which is fantastic to see. Let's get a Gong here, which will get us another Tauros. Let's put that into play. That gives us 80. Let's put the helmet on. Let's get a third Gong in play to get us the last Tauros. That way we have all the Paldean Tauros in play, 3 of which have damage. And let's do that 120. Let's get rid of that Psyduck, put some early pressure on our opponent. And let's see what they're going to do next turn. We saw that they only put that Victini down. They didn't really play anything else. So there's the Arven. So Buddy TM Evolution. So they're gonna get some cool lavas down this turn with that TM Evolution. If I was them, that I would have to try to play catch up now. And they definitely are. So not the worst thing. We're going to be up 2 prizes by the time they get their first Typhlosion, which is not bad at all. And the Risky Ruins already putting on some damage, which is great for us. Another Nest Ball. So we are now just going to try to get our damage to just be where it needs to be. I'm going to hold on to it. And it's one of those situations where I want to just have that free energy for another turn. Because yes, I could set up another Paldean Tauros, but having in hand means I can set up any Paldean Tauros. If they somehow Counter Catcher or boss that Cantonian Tauros, I definitely still want to have the option of doing something with it if I'm desperate. Because as much as we got fairly set up, we actually never have gotten a draw support. This is all from a good opening hand, good item usage. So they are setting up, obviously, their damage modifiers, their engine, as we're already been set up. So we just have to kind of run away. That's really the goal of this match. And honestly, looking at this kind of matchup between these two decks, these are probably 2 of the best single prize archetypes in the Phantasmal Flame format. So we just kind of need to see how we match up, how we kind of do our math here. But as you see, with 4 damage Tauros, we can knock out a Typhlosion. And our opponent conceded. We just ran away way too quickly, and we were able to set up and kind of just go on from turn 1, which the Typhlosion deck can't do that on turn 1, so we definitely have that advantage in terms of the pace. But let's jump into another match to see how we do. Okay, so we are going second. So I want to lead the Paldean Tauros, click done, and then we'll try to set up. We see a baby Oricorio once you turn Nico down. Okay, so that's a healing Oricorio. Let's see what our opponent is going to do. So we see Pawmot, we see Tynamo, so we see some form of electric box here. So it's Pawmot, okay. So I think there's a Pawmot EX. I'll be honest, I'm horrible. Some of the other, no, there's a baby Pawmot, but I think it does some interesting stuff. So this is definitely going to be single prize for single prize, but we do have weakness at our advantage, so we can definitely take advantage of that. So, okay. First, let's Arven. Our secret box is prized. Okay. So really can't do any damage this turn because we can't put damage onto ourselves. So what we're gonna do, this is gonna be weird. I can't believe I'm doing this. Is that we're just gonna poke for 30 with Horn Attack this turn and see what our opponent does next turn. The secret box being prized really was real rough. Arven, there's no item cards to search for stadiums like that. Our secret box is our mechanic for that. But we had everything else. If we would have got somehow to get to that stadium, we had Nest Ball, we had Fighting Gong, we had Premium Power Pro. We could have easily put pressure here on this roller card, but we don't, which is interesting. So we're seeing this this Pawmot, 130. This Pokemon also does 60 damage itself, and we're paralyzed. He does 130 every single time, so we're not going to worry about the paralysis and him being weak to us. We just have to effectively do 70 damage, which is just 2 damage Tauros, or a couple modifiers here. 1 damage Tauros on a modifier. So really would not want to do much here. The leftovers will heal in between turns, which will be a little annoying, but once we get set up, we'll be good. Oh, we have all the pieces we need to do stuff, but we can't do the stuff. I think we're just gonna pull back, and this is gonna be a very slow match to build up. Whereas once we get the Risky Ruins, or heck, even just a supporter at this time, we'll be able to kind of go off and roll. So might as well just put the energy on, do another poke of 30. He's healing 20 into our turn every single time. So this is, we'll see. So I'm interested to see if he's going to start going off. It's really whoever gets the first supporter is really going to have the most momentum. He's retreating into the baby Tynamo. Okay. So it would evolve. Yep. He's going to evolve. He's going to accelerate that 1 energy to where he wants it to go. Okay. Okay. Here's an Arven. So I'm actually going to take an energy. We're going to clean hit for the KO. We're going to clean hit for the KO. I want to Arven to thin some pieces out here. Brave Bangles looks like they're useless in this matchup. But I'm just going to kind of sit with stuff in my hand. We're gonna get rid of the energy accelerator here. Let's get rid of this electric. And We're gonna get our prize, another Premium Power Pro, which is fine. He's gonna give us the Pawmot, and then we will have to try to figure out a way to just do what we need to do. Worst case scenario, we have Double Edge, which is never really a strategy. But if he is just going to do this, he's going to open up. Okay, we got Hassel. And he's going to damage himself, I believe. Oh, you may. So if it doesn't do damage, just get the paralysis. Okay. So Hassel, let's see what we get off this Hassel here. We get our stadium, get an energy, and then we're gonna get another Lillie. I'm just gonna get cards for future turns. So we'll get the risk. Let's start putting some bulls into play. Let's actually start rolling here, right? Let's Nest Ball. Let's get another Paldean Bull. What does the Night Stretcher could do? The Night Stretcher could get us an energy. Let's do that. And then I don't want to put this bull into play. I don't think we have to. So we're going to do 160. We're going to get the KO. Using weakness to our advantage here. Getting rid of that only powered up attacker. So let's see what our opponent does this turn. Vessel. Iono's down, okay. We knew that one of the cards was an energy, the other card was not Iono. But we have what we need here now. It took us a little bit to get there, but we got there. So he's just loading. Oh, nope. Buddy for nothing. Nest Ball for another Oricorio, which is healing. So this whole deck is just healing. But we one shot. So he's gonna retreat. He's gonna run away. Gonna give us just an Oricorio. Gonna heal some of that damage with the leftovers, which is fine. We have enough to KO it in return. I would love to get a boss and just slow him down with this Dynamo. Best place for the Paldean Tauros is on our bench. Simple as that. And then we're just gonna hit. Do 240 with weakness. Slowing him down again. So now he can't multiple attach onto his Pokemon. That boss was very fortunate, I'm not gonna lie. Oh. Maybe we're gonna see him. Nope, he's just gonna pass his turn. Okay. Really, at this point, I am in the let's set up a board, let's keep on pushing. We're doing the 120, knocks out the Oricorio. He's going to force us into just taking 3 prizes, which our deck is very well equipped right now. Our opponent's not going to be able to just sprint and take multiple prizes from us because we don't have them. He just can't. That's the beauty of it, he just can't. But the Dawn does allow him to get the pieces, so he's going to be able to evolve that Pawmot to a Pawmot, that Pawmot to a Pawmot. So he's trying to just get multiple attackers. I think I wouldn't say I think. That really the issue with his deck right now is he does 130, so he doesn't have to discard. But with that, yeah, he's taking damage from us, but we're able to just return it. Like, we have a board that was set up. We were able to fortunately find that one turn sooner than he was. So we're just gonna use that Hassel and just grab Lillie, a Lucky Helmet. We're just gonna take cards out of the deck. That way it's more likely for us to get the cards we want. I'm going to Super Rod the Paldean, and the energy's back in the deck. We're going to get a Nest Ball and put that Paldean onto the board. And then we're just going to hit for 320 this turn. There's an energy, so we have it way. So we have only attackers on the board. We didn't really need to put the Paldean Tauros into play right now. We have damage on everything. Iono is down to 1. Really isn't a play that our opponent really needs to, like, we can take advantage of. Like, we have 2 attackers. We're ready to go. And we can always Arven for pieces. Like, we just got a card, luckily enough, off that Iono, the one that can help us restabilize if we had to, but we don't have to. But I really love the concept of this deck. Paralysis with a whole bunch of heals seems fun. And that's why I love playing ladder. You get to kind of see other people's really fun ideas and really nice ideas, for lack of better terms. So, but kudos to our opponent for letting us play it out and do the damage. And there's a concession after he kind of got what he needed. So, not the cleanest of matches. It kind of showed how being a single prize deck can be our advantage with that prize trade, how we're able to hit certain types into weakness. So let's jump into another match to see how we do. Okay, so we're going second this match. We're going to lead with the Paldean Tauros because that's all we can. But we do have Risky Ruins, we do have a Nest Ball with energy. And we're running into the Accelgor hit and run deck. That's going to be kind of fun. Another little fun shenanigan-like deck on the ladder, which is, I love seeing them. I really do. And we got the Arven, which is even better. So poison hit and run with Group on it. So Rubana has 120. So with Arven, we can get the Secret Box, and we're going to be able to really put pressure turn 1. So Oni was able to get an energy off that bug catching set. Alright. I'm not worried about the poison. They can't really get 130 with poison in turn 1 donk on this deck. So we're going to be able to kind of stabilize here. Okay, so first things first, let's put the Risky Ruins into play. Let's Nest Ball to grab a Paldean Tauros. He's already given us damage on that, so we have 2 damage, so we're already at 80. Let's energy. Let's Arven. Let's Secret Box. Let's Balloon. Let's Secret Box away both boss and enter. Let's one of the Power Pros. How about that? So We will get a Lillie for next turn. We want to get a Nest Ball, Lucky Helmet, and then we'll grab another Stadium. We're gonna grab another Tauros. We're going to retreat and promote. We're just a little shy, unfortunately. Even with the Premium Power Pro Plus, we'll be 30 shy anyway. So we're just gonna do the 120 into this. I really wish that was kind of the best combination we could have pulled. I didn't want to get rid of all the bosses. Getting rid of 2 boss just for the potential of keeping a pro wasn't going to help the math. Like, we were going to be 30 shy regardless. So just having this group on it damaged is something that we can play with later. The Mimikyu doesn't actually hurt us in this situation. Like, that Mimikyu is just free damage. It's free prizes. He's discarding to get 5 or to get 2 because we only have 2 bench. There's the Petrant, which will kind of just add damage for a turn or 2. If he bumps our Stadium with the 1 card he has in hand, that'd be interesting, but I don't think it's possible. But yeah, he's not doing any damage. He's struggling. We're kind of in a spot where we're okay with. Part of me wants the boss to get this group on it out of play to get rid of the toxic play. And force him to kind of set up his toxic engine all over again. So let's get rid of his toxic. We'll let this Tauros die. But he's at 1 card. And I'm not really scared of his retaliation. We have a Lillie. We're going to get 6. We have 1 Tauros. We can always put the second one in play. There's that. Man, I don't say he had it, but he had enough. So he's going to hit and run poison, all that fun shenanigans. So my question is, who is he going to give up to us? Does just enough. His hit and run just doesn't just enough to do damage to us, which is interesting. But he's not going to be able to do much with the a lot of the poison, especially when we get rid of this Petrant next turn. So what we have to do is we have to damage, because we're going to knock out this Petrant now. We have that. Let's give ourselves 6 fresh cards. Got ourselves another Tauros. Let's kind of just let's stabilize ourselves a little bit with the Gong there. One, 2, 3, 4. That's 160. That's not enough to really just steal prizes yet, but it is enough to get this Petrant out of play here. Super Rod, awesome. So we can Super Rod back that Tauros and energy. So he's now just at the point where there's poison and confusion in play for us, which is frustrating at times. But if we get to a point where we can overcome some confusion flips, we'll be fine. Because yeah, he's only ticking at 10. Now, confusion flip here will KO us, which is a little frustrating. And a little concerning at the same time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 160. If we do a fifth one, it'll be 200 plus a Power Pro. So let's try to get just some pieces put into play here. I want to just get our damage set up here. Okay, we can't counter catcher, we're even on prizes. What I want to try to do was to try to get one of the air balloon, get an air balloon, but we're not getting what we need. I'm gonna gong or an energy. Gonna put that onto the Tauros there. Let's go for it. Let's flip. Why not? We got heads. We got the KO. We got lucky there. We got lucky on the heads. We got the KO on the Mimikyu. We have the Brave Bangle, which actually is one of the damage modifiers for that Latias. So as long as we can get a way to get to that Latias, we'll be fine. The good news is this Poisonous Ploy will KO this Tauros. So we'll go into a fresh Tauros, whoever he promotes to us. Unless he somehow gets another Petrarunt. Or passes. But either way, the whole goal for this turn is he has to get this Tauros either onto the bench, or he's going to KO it, which gives us a fresh, untouched Tauros. So he's just going to get his damage, which actually turns on the Hassel for us, which is awesome. So I am in a very happy spot here because we can still keep our damage modifiers live here. So we want to try to keep this Latias in range. Oh, no, I don't want a Nest Ball because I don't want to put something I can't retreat onto the board here. So we'll take the energy. We'll take the Lucky Helmet. We'll take the Arven. How about that? Because we'll do that. We'll put energy because I always have to try to have another attacker ready under any circumstances. Ionos or stuff. I don't want to sit on that unless I really know that they don't have much. In 5 cards, they have something. So with that, we'll do the 200 to the Mimikyu. Go down to 2 prizes. Another Arven. They have an Arven. So really, if we can get a boss, that'd be fantastic. They're going to Precious Trolley. Okay, so here comes a stabilization of some form. They have the Precious Trolley. They got a Booster Energy Capsule. Petrarunt, Monkey Dory, Brute Bonnets, whole bunch of stuff just got into play here. They're going to Monkey Dory damage onto our side, which isn't necessarily a bad thing for us. We've already proven we can do 200 right now. And Monkey Dorying over 20 damage, if it fixes math, great. But with this Lucky Helmet, we're going to draw cards. So really what they're hoping for is that the Tauros survives, actually. Because we would have to do a second attach to move some pieces around with it. But it looks like they're trying to go for the KO. Which is fine. Hit into it, give us some free cards. See what we will kind of have to manage here. So they're giving us the Latias. They're giving us the Latias. They don't think we can do 210. They don't think we can do 210. So let's, unfortunately, finish this off. So we're going to put a Paldean Tauros into play. Premium Power Pro. Bangle. We're going to Nest Ball. Max out the damage from the bench. And we have 270. That gets us the prizes. That gets us prizes. And we could have done more of the Arven. We probably could have put more out there. So, wonderful single the advantageous part of single prize is we were able to kind of just stabilize using our lower HP. Got it, so we weren't really going through a lot of coin flips for confusion and poison. And we were able to overcome one of these hit and run decks very well and they gave us the 2 prizes. We got the boss, so we were able to get all those turns anyway. So, really fun, really good way of showcasing the strength of Paldean Tauros by hitting those numbers when we needed to. So there you have it, guys. Paldean Tauros, arguably the best single prize rogue deck coming out of Phantasmal Flames. Being able to set yourself up using your stadium with the Risky Ruins Stadium, putting damage counters, being a fighting type, which takes advantage of Premium Power Pro, and just being able to just overcome your opponent in so many different ways. The current format right now on the top end of the meta is very much a multi-prize dominant format. So they have to do 6 KOs while you only have to do 2 to 4 under most circumstances. So Tauros is able to withstand that turnover turn, especially with the amount of recovery we carry with the 4 Night Stretchers. So, as always, guys, this list will be in the description of this video, and if you made it this far, thank you. Make sure you give the video a like, double check if you're subscribed to the channel. Our analytics show that more than half the people who watch our videos are not subscribed, but definitely click that subscribe button. All it does is it allows us to show you more fun ideas that we see from the format. With that being said, guys, we hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you guys later.